Sprinkle some pixel dust. We're going in. Welcome to Splitting Wires. I'm your host, Austin. This is your co-host, my cat. And, yeah, she's not going to be talking much and doing much. But anyway, let's talk about anime! Gundam! Moregadane, 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 Gundam! I don't even think I said that right. I mean, who even knows? Unless you're Japanese. Anyway, what to talk about? Mobile Suit Gundam. Released in 1979 in Japan. It was a big flop until the reruns and models actually saved the whole thing. Sunrise made bank on Gundam. Gundam everything. Gundam is huge in Japan. They even made the freaking the RX-78 statue. They made this thing in Japan. 18 meters tall. Real life size. They actually pulled it off, and even I'm impressed. In about 2 more years, I think they're gonna make it walk. Yeah, they're gonna make it walk. Apparently, they're gonna ignore the Cube Law in order to get that done. Whatever. If Godzilla can't exist, then I guess Mechagodzilla can't exist. Anyway, what is there to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam? Let's see. What we got here. Let's talk about the appeal of Gundam. What was the appeal? And I think the appeal was that it started the real robot genre. Most mecha animes back in the day were super robot or combining mecha, where these giant things the robots would actually literally combine. I'm not even kidding you. They actually combine. I don't know why they have to combine in the first place. Why don't you just make the whole robot? Well, Shin Getter Robo had a reason to combine differently. Regardless, let's talk about why that real robot genre was so appealing. Because it was new, it was different. Most giant mechs were machines of super robot potential. Super robot potential means like super energy, like Getter Rays, G-Stones. Wait, that's far in the future. And for Gundam, though, what made it real is that it was more of a tool of war. It was a tool of war that was used in military combat. In that military combat, this thing was the thing that actually stood between the Zeon and the Federation. This thing, the White Devil as they called it, Mobile Suit Gundam, the RX-78 granddaddy of the Gundams. There were other two suits called the Gun Tank and the oh my god, what was the other one? I don't even remember. I remember Gun Tank, but I don't remember the other gun thing. God, it's been so long since I watched the show. So anyway, another thing that made the show popular was the character of Char Aznable. Char Aznable was the anime equivalent of Darth Vader. He wasn't exactly Darth Vader in suit and combat, but he wore a cool, scary mask. He was basically the Red Baron of the fleet. He was able to pilot a Zaku 3 times faster than it was. Zaku being the Zeon's mobile suits that they used. And he was able to take down this thing. Well, he was able to combat it well enough. Char was a living example that you don't need high, powerful weapons to get the job done. Sometimes you just need to be really freaking good and have a lot of skill in order to get the job done. And he kind of proved his point multiple times. Amuro, who was only 15 to 16 years old, had a hard time dealing with Char. Char Zaku was not only 3 times faster, but he was so good at piloting it because he was, get this, a new type. What is a new type? Well, apparently in space gives you superpowers. I'm not kidding. Yeah, new types have these cool psychic powers. They have like some sort of cool ability like epitaph. Like to see in the future, to have these insane reflexes, to do many things at once, and have some psychic powers to talk to each other in space. Naked. Yeah, I don't get it either. More than likely, this was Tomino's case of trying to make it as strange as possible, while also making it a war drama at heart. Tomino is the heart and soul of the Mobile Suit Gundam series of the Universal Century. When I say Universal Century, I mean there are so many universes of Mobile Suit Gundam that the main one is the original Universal Century, and there's so many side stories of the Universal Century. It's very popular. Now let's move on to What happened after Mobile Suit Gundam? As it went on, It went on to Zeta Gundam, and it went to Double Zeta Gundam, and then it went to Victory, but then something happened. Apparently, model sales in the show were doing pretty bad between the eras of Double Zeta and Victory. So, the Sunrise and Bandai, yeah, they were bought. Sunrise were bought by Bandai, and that's how they got the Gundams and the mobile suits. They had to release another series called Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Mobile Fighter G Gundam. I can't talk about that until I get to Wing first. Let me talk about Wing. In around 2000, America got, on Toonami, broadcasted the English dub of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. Yeah, that's where it all began in America. Even though that came out in Japan after a year, the broadcast of Mobile Fighter G Gundam. So technically, we didn't get the other Gundams until a few years later. So let's start. So I'd like to start off with Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, and then move on to what else we got in America. In Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, we got a character named Hiro Yui and 4 other pretty boys going to Earth from colonies. This seems like a reverse of Zeon and the Federation. Zeon was the Space Noids, the Federation was the Earth Noids. In this case, the 5 main characters are from space, taking down the Earth Federation of Oz. Pretty interesting. And when I was a little kid, I was only about 5 years old at the time. I think it was 6. Yeah, I think it was 6. Actually, yeah, 6. I thought the good guys were the bad guys. I wasn't kidding. All because the main characters is like, come on, they're coming down to Earth, screwing the crap of the Oz forces. Why? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing this? I thought the villain, Zix Marquise, was the good guy because, hey, he was a loyal soldier doing his job. And Hiro Yui, who was laughing maniacally after killing people. Yeah, the first thing he says one of the first few things he says to his love interest, Merlina Peacecraft, oh, spoiler alert, darling, he says, I'll kill you. Yeah, that might be one of the best pickup lines I have ever seen in anime, because it works! It actually works! If you like someone, fellas, just say you'll kill them. It'll work. Trust me. Oh dear Lord, what am I gonna do with you? Anyways, in that series, it was very slow. Rewatching Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, it made me realize that it wasn't really the best as it was, but I feel like the mobile suit design and that it was the first series we got in America of Gundam, that's what makes it iconic for all of us. Now let's move on to the good stuff. Mobile Fighter G Gundam. This hand of mine burns with an awesome power. Its bright shine tells me to grasp victory. Take this, my love, my anger, and all my sorrow. Shining finger. Whew. Quite interesting, I would say. In that series, it was combined Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Z with Gundam. You get it. But what made it very strange is that Mobile Fighter G Gundam was a super robot show rather than a real robot genre show. So it felt a little bit, not much of a betrayal when you think about it, because it was still a Gundam show at heart. It still talked about war, the politics of war, and why we fight, etc. That show is, some people say the show is highly racist, but honestly, who cares? They even make fun of themselves, with Domonkashi, the main character, being a stereotypical Japanese man of honor and discipline. Who cares? Have fun with the show. Who cares if it's racist? We're not trying to give people a bad name. When we're trying to have fun, people trying to ruin it, that's pretty bad, and shame on you, son of bitches. Now, we could talk about all day about other Universal Century shows and other alternate reality Gundam shows, but I just wanted to talk about how it all began, and I just want to get it all out there. I love the plastic models. They're very fun, the Gunpla. I have like 20 to 25 upstairs, some over there. Honestly, I don't want to show all of you my collection, but I just had to get the granddaddy out there. I will definitely like to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans in the future, so this is where I leave us off. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day, and I'll see you next episode. I'll see you next